here on IceTime.TV with Devils player coach again, Andrew Lord, after a victory against the Edinburgh Capitals. And Andrew, to snap a 3-game home losing streak with a pretty impressive performance, you must be happy right now.
Yeah, thrilled. It was a little touch and go there. Awesome ceremony. It was great, congrats to Brad Voth, and I think the fans were phenomenal there at the start. Great ceremony too. I think from a coaching perspective, it's a tough one when we've had such poor starts at home to then, a long delay. We try to get fired up, and then, changing the jerseys and everything. I think we just first couple minutes was a bit scary. Thank God for Fournier there. It was a beautiful goal, and I think that really energized us, gave us our confidence, and then from there I think we took the game over for the most part. Maybe 5-6 minutes in the second period where we got a little loose, but other than that, it was pretty good, and we'll definitely take it.
What a difference a week makes, because I spoke to you after last Saturday's game, and for the first time, I know you hate losing, but the first time I felt it was a different Andrew Lord. Maybe you felt maybe the team hadn't come with you as much as they could have done last Saturday. On Sunday against Sheffield Steelers, you describe it in your program article tonight as the best performance of the season. You beat the Greyhead Clan on Wednesday, and again tonight. What's been the difference over the last 7 days?
Just a lot of buy-in, a lot of accountability to each other and ourselves. It's a fine line. We have so much talent and such a good team. We have a great group of guys, but when we get a little loose and we get away from the game plan, there's just too many good teams in this league. Hats off to Edinburgh. They played us tough as well. There's just so much depth now, and you can't just roll teams over. And I felt, for whatever reason, we got our legs back. We went into Sheffield, we got our legs back. We had so much more jump. That followed into Braid. We had so much more jump. And when you have that, when you're closing space quickly, it's very difficult for teams to counter that, especially with how much skill we have, because guys bat down pucks, they finish checks, they get in on the cycle. And when we have that energy, it's really fun to watch. I think for the most part, we had that tonight as well. And we're getting on a roll here, which is nice. And I think we're learning every day kind of what it takes for our team to have success in this league.
A couple of players I'd like to ask you about. The first one is a certain number 71, Andrew Lord. We've been speaking the last couple of weeks about Ulmer and Bentivolio being very talented players, but needing something to get them going. Well, it seems that something is you. You've gone on that line. There seems to be a little bit of chemistry there, and you're banging and crashing and getting to the net, and it just seems to be working.
Yeah, thanks. It's been fun. Yeah, I mean, those two players are premier players in the league. They're phenomenal. We're very fortunate to have them. For whatever reason, it wasn't like they were playing poorly, I don't think. They definitely weren't playing up to their standards. They were still generating chances, but just felt there was a bit of a spark missing. And I feel I know my own game pretty well. It's a very simple game. And I think, even in the past with the guys like Marty and Mo, it complements guys like that when they're having a little bit of trouble, because they'll get the puck a lot more. I'll get it to them as quick as possible. I'll get it out of my own hands, and then I'll go to the net. And that, that brings a guy with me to the net. It opens up some room, and it's a pretty simple formula, but we found a connection. It's been fun, and I also think personally for myself, having those 3-4 weeks off of playing, it affected my energy levels the first couple games, but I think overall it really allowed me to get refreshed, because it was a long summer recruiting. It really was, especially with those change-ups towards the end. And I think coming into the season, I just wasn't as fresh as I would like to be, and I feel much fresher now. And I'm I just have a little bit extra jump, and I think the timing's worked out well.
The other player I'd like to ask you about is Mark Richardson, who maybe doesn't always get the plaudits because he is just so consistent and such a talented hockey player. It seems this year he's taken his game to another level again. His point production at the moment is just phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, if there was ever a guy that deserved it, Mark Richardson. Unbelievable. We are, I can't describe how lucky we are to have this guy. He is first guy in every day, sometimes almost beats me in to the rink. He's one of the last guys to leave. He puts in all the extra effort. We told him to work on a few things this summer, and lo and behold, every day he's out here in the summer working on those couple things. He's come back, he's added those tools to his game, and when you have those extra tools, you can put him in more situations, which we have. He's on the power play now on the backside there, very effective with a one-timer, and his confidence is through the roof, which I think is maybe the other element that at times we're missing because he is just such a team guy. He's always wanted to get rid of the puck, and you could see on that second goal there, he had so much poise up top. He's faking a shot, he walks, he gets a little wrister through. It's phenomenal, and it really adds to our offense when a guy like that's stepping up the way he is.
In the last 3 games, and you're probably going to point me right on this, the Devils defensemen are so offensive and can jump into the play, but in the last 3 games, it just seems to us in commentary that maybe the decision-making has been a little bit better of when to jump in.
I'd say it's been way better. It's a big thing we touched on. We have offensive defensemen. We want them to play offense, but it has to be the right way. It has to be simple out of the D zone, and then from there they can join the rush. So come from behind, as a fourth or a third on a quick transition, and then walking the blue. I think tonight was the best we've been at putting pucks on the net by a mile. We had Hotham, Fournier, Lewis, Ritchie, Cully, all 6 of them. I should have just said all 6. They all literally were just walking off the wall, putting pucks on. At the same time, we had forwards, even our most skilled guys, getting to the net. And it's really fun because it just creates so much.
We haven't been able to speak from anyone from the Capitals, but to your point that this league just gets better and better every year, and the depth of this league, that looked to us like a quality hockey team this year. They're only going with 3 lines, but they've now got depth across all 3 lines.
Yeah, we were in preparation there, Jamie and I. We were definitely a little worried, I'd say. I don't know if that's the right word, but we let the guys know that it was going to be a much different test than years past. They have size, they have speed. I think they have a very nice balance. I know it was a tough travel day down for them. It didn't seem to affect them. They came in with a lot of jump. Fortunately, I think we outpaced them a little bit throughout the game there. We got a lot of pucks to the net early, which was crucial because that goalie's Fullerton's been playing phenomenal all season. It was good, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure the rest of the way.
Of course, tomorrow night in Coventry, a huge Challenge Cup game. The league form has been great, going top of the league tonight, but the Challenge Cup, it's a competition you don't want to let get away from you. That's a huge game tomorrow in the Sky Dome, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. It's a quick turnaround here, early start. We got to get our rest. Got to get a recovery. They're playing their 3rd game in 3 nights. We're playing our 5th and 8 here. It's going to be a grind. It's going to basically come down to who wants it more, who's going to keep it most simple. We're definitely going to have to be ready.
And just finally, Andrew, a little bit of an update on Hotham and Bounds. And to that point, Thomas Murdy, who we've just interviewed, how good has he been right now?
Yeah, injuries, we're getting there. We've missed Scotty a lot. He'll be back soon. I know he's chomping at the bit right now. And what can you say about Thomas Murdy? Unbelievable. Never had a backup that when we put him in, it doesn't even seem like we have a backup in net. He's just so calm, cool, collected out there. He moves so quick laterally, very frustrating for other teams to play against, and he deserves it. He's a tireless worker in practice, probably one of the hardest working guys in the team. I don't know how his interview went tonight, but his form's been amazing out here, and it's fun having him.
I think sometimes his hockey speaks louder than his words, but that's the best way to go about it. I am going to sneak one final question in. Culligan's in great form on the back end. You're in great form with that Bentavolio Alma line. We know what a stellar performer Scott Hotham is. You're going to have a tricky task in a couple of weeks, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Absolutely. Let's talk about the Scott Matzka thing. I put the shirt on. Get to the game Tuesday. It's a phenomenal game, phenomenal thing. It was awesome to see Brad Voth tonight and celebrate that. And now we're supporting another legend. I know Neil Francis, Andy Corcoran, Paul Sullivan, all these guys have been working around the clock. Let's get behind them. Let's support this guy. He's meant a lot.
You want to see a full house here on
full
Tuesday
house.
night?
Let's do it.
That's a message from the player coach there to the Cardiff Devils fans. Get here on Tuesday night for the Matzka, the game for Scott Matzka, a Devils legend. And the rallying call there from player coach Andrew Lord. We'll see you on Tuesday. If you can't make the game, join us on IceTime.TV.